Well, hello everybody, and welcome to this episode of GBear's Off-Grid Ways, a homestead in the desert. You're looking at all my metalworking tools here, my welder, my drill press, and my bandsaw, and all kinds of stuff out here. That's because today we built the pole. I needed to get the turbine up. And if we look up now, we got us a turbine up there. A KT5 5-blader. It is mounted. The wires do come down and go inside of my room here, and as soon as I finish this video, I'll be going in there and tying the wires into the rectifier on the AC side in case the wind comes up. I can't do them if they're putting electricity out. It'll blow the rectifier or the diodes. So while it's calm, I'm going to get that done. I'm going to take you around back here and hope you can see this because the sun is already set. And we just finished. I just got down off the roof. I still got to do some adjustment to my guy wires, and the slacked one there is my secondary. That's my safety. And then I got the 3 clamps on the pole there, and that's where the lower ones are going to go. But I'm going to raise that up just another 3 feet or so, and I'll fasten those there, and then there'll be another cable going off of those down to the same locations as the other 3. That's going to keep the pole from doing the belly dancer wobble in the middle and give me a nice sturdy unit. So talking about, one guy asked about whether the wires are going to wind all up inside. Well, no, that doesn't happen. That only happens if you got turbulent winds where the thing is going to keep going around in circles, going around in circles, going around in circles. That doesn't happen out here. The wind blows from one direction, then it blows from another direction. So this thing goes from there to there, back to there, back to there. Sometimes it'll go over to there, then it'll go back to there. And it'd have to do that a million times to wind up the wire that's inside that pipe. But what happens is, as soon as the wind dies like it is right now, if there's tension on that, on the twisted up wire there, it's going to make that thing rotate back and unwind. So it just starts all over again. At least that's the theory that was explained to me on how it works. Right now I got a temporary rope tying it there. Now I want to show you what I did down at the bottom here, why we had the welder out. What I did was I built this little foot here that actually is now, it's got a hinge on it right there. So this pole can lay down if necessary. I want to do a little bit of modification to that, but it's pretty solid. We raised it up, Andy and I. He was on the safety rope out front of the cabin, and I was back here just pushing up on this as we went. And we got it up into place, and then on the back side here, I've got a little L bracket that's welded to the pipe, and it goes over the 3rd bolt there. And the 3rd bolt, it does have a nut underneath it so it won't wobble on the concrete pad. But we also had to level this concrete pad because the original windstorm that damaged the first one had this one laying on an angle, and I had a dog leg in the original 2-piece pole. Well, this is a 1-piece pole now, so I don't have to worry about that dog leg anymore. But I do have to plumb this thing. I'm probably an 1.5 inches off on being plumb, and I'll do that tomorrow. Andy says he might take off either late tonight or early tomorrow morning. Either way, I'll be alone tomorrow to finish this up. And I've got to get my my secondary wires here reconnected and all of that stuff. So let me put that into place here before it falls down and I get my leg trapped on it. All right, I'll just put it around like that for now. But yeah, I got the turnbuckle tightened all the way down right there. So tomorrow I'll loosen that. I'll temporarily put my ATV on the top of this pole to anchor it. Then I can take this unit off, and I'll put this loop through a little bit further down here so it shortens this cable, and I'll loosen that all the way up to the last thread so I have all that extra adjustment when I want to adjust. And I'll do the same thing on the other one because these cables have gotten a little stress on them over the years, and they got a little stretch going. I also had to get up there, and just below those 3 clamps, I've got to put another clamp on the pole that'll keep those from sliding down or wanting to slide down in heavy winds. So I'll get all of that done tomorrow, and we'll go from there. We never did have to use the scaffold, so that was a savings there. With the tilt-up pole, I didn't have to go up to the top of the pole to work. We did it all with it laying down on this ladders here, and then we had it on a bucket for the low work to work on. That's it. And don't forget, if you like my videos, give me a thumbs up down below. And I'm sorry, I don't want to cough too quick. I will get into the wiring part tomorrow, and I'll do a video on that so you know how to hook up a rectifier and a dump load. And I'm going to get the rectifier hooked up here in a little while. I just put dinner on the stove to start heating up, and we're going to eat and relax for a minute. And I got to make a couple of phone calls because people were calling me while I was on the roof, and I couldn't take the calls. All right, don't forget, thumbs up down at the bottom, and also, if you haven't already, please subscribe and share. Hit that share button and share it with your friends and relatives and anybody else. Thanks a lot. GBear signing off.